Hey, it's DJ Wendy Rush from the We're Not Gonna Fake It episode, saying congrats to my girls Bree and Nicole. 2 years of awesome shows. Thrilled I got to be a part of it. And here's to many more years of fun doing what you do so well. Love you, girls.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Hey, I'm MJ.
And I'm Bree.
Welcome to Keeping It Casual,
A sex-positive dating and relationship advice podcast.
Yes, I'm married with 2 kids.
And I'm navigating this crazy dating world.
We're just here to share our drama.
And the wild stories of our listeners.
Your Vegas girls are here for you.
Let's do it. Cheers to fucking 2 years.
2 years. Woo! Oh, man. And, of course, an old-fashioned, it's Michelada time.
But we did not take tequila shots beforehand because
didn't.
we've learned.
We've learned to keep it classy and casual.
We said that last year was our hoe phase.
That's how we decided the podcast. The podcast was in the toe phase last year. You know, we were just like,
we're not at the station. We can drink. I'm single. I can do what I want. We were in our hoe phase. I do what I want. And this year we are being boss bitches.
That's right. And we also have a secret guest here joining us for our 2-year anniversary special because
who has been with us since day one.
She's been with us since day one, and she's been a huge supporter behind the scenes, and she's going to be perfect for this episode because we're going to be sharing some of our favorite episodes from some of our past guests and giving us our little takeaways and highlights. And I know that our girl can give some of her perspective too, which is really great. So welcome.
Welcome.
Thank you.
My roommate, owner of Makeup by Monique. She does our makeup on our photo shoots. You know how fly we look.
It's Monique, guys.
Monique! Yay!
We've been talking all about you. She's always like, me and Monique and this and that. So it's great to introduce you in a very casual way.
Because we keeps it cash. Monique and I, we like cuddle at night and we watch TV together.
I love it. You guys are all with your scary movie life.
We are.
Ghost Adventures.
Wasn't it your tattoo artist that just gave her a tattoo?
Yep.
Yeah, he does like a good 95% of my tattoos probably.
Your ink is sick, okay?
Thank you.
I got my tramp stamp over here. I'm not like on the same level as you ladies at all.
I mean, I started with a tramp stamp.
My tramp stamp's from 98.
Guess what, guys? I do have some news.
Please.
I lost my job.
Well, join the world. Cheers to that.
Another one bites
Thank
the
you,
dust.
quarantine.
Yes. All right.
Another radio person bites the dust in Vegas.
Well, you know what, Bree? I just feel like when things are out of your control, you just have to take them as a sign that life is pushing you in another direction.
It truly is.
Definitely.
And you know what? I'm not as sad as I thought I'd be. Like, when I went and cleaned out my stuff, it like got a little sad. But I'm not as sad as I thought I would be.
Well, it's always sad. You're going to miss the people you were around, but, you know, you were out of the office for months, so it almost felt like
it felt very detached
slowly
because I
fading
hadn't
away.
been in the office for 3 months almost 4 months when I had lost my job. So it was just kind of like when they told me like we have to let you go, I just went, yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah.
Other than that, like, we don't want to talk about my sadness. We'll deal with that another time.
Well, you know what? We can always talk about like what's going on, but I think a lot of people out there can relate to like losing a job and kind of feeling uncertain, especially a lot of people in their careers. And they're like, okay, well, my career just doesn't even function well right now. What am I going to do now?
Definitely my career don't function well. If how you going to have an administrative assistant if nobody's in the office anyway?
Yeah.
Right. At least it's like, hey, we can't have you here. Not like, hey, you suck. We got to get rid of you.
I think that's another reason why I'm not upset. Another reason why I'm not upset. They were like, we can't afford you, not you suck and you're a terrible person and we never want to hire you.
We're waiting for this to happen to get rid of you. It was like, hey, we can't afford you.
You're too expensive and high maintenance. You've got to go.
That's what my ex-boyfriend said about me.
All right, but before we get more into our episode, give a big shout out to our partners in crime, Like a Kitten. Yay! And they are women-owned and operated. You guys, they do these really sexy, sensual surprise boxes. You can get them seasonally, or you can get one-off boxes, but we got your really sweet hookup, too.
Yes, please. Use code KEEPERS20 at checkout. Go to likeakitten.com, but we're going to talk a little bit more about that later.
Give somebody with a vibrator, even if it's yourself, they got you. Like
I've given some vibrators away.
I sure have, too.
In my time.
She has. I'm proof.
Wait, did you share the ice cream vibe?
Yes, I did.
She did, yes.
And
so cute.
What is your rating on this?
It's great. I love it.
Oh.
I'm like,
okay, I need to know real quick. Where do you hide it?
I have like a drawer next to my bed that has like my bralettes in it.
Okay.
And my bathing suits. It's like it's in there. It's wrapped in a bralette, I think, right now.
Can I tell you where I've slipped mine? I have a robe that's like a towel material, and it hangs on the back of my door in the shower, and it has a big deep pockets, and I just like drop it.
That is
Because
fantastic.
who's gonna look through there?
Because your kids are going to look through the drawers in the closet and the this and the that.
Oh, they
Yeah.
found it.
Oh, no.
One time I was like, what are they doing in there? They're like, zzz. I was like, what's going on? She goes, what is this, Mommy? I'm getting Logan. Like, she was like buzzing him on the arm or something. I'm like, give me that.
There's
Let's
a
go.
massager.
Change the subject.
Jim Jeffries has such a good stand-up about it. He says that, like, he thought it was a massager, so he was massaging himself. And he found it because he found his mom's vibrator, so him and his brother were massaging each other with it.
Oh, perfect.
You have to hear the stand-up, but, like, his dad comes in and he's like, I don't think you'll be needing that anymore.
Give me that. Yeah, they got their hands on some choice things. Where do you hide yours at?
Bedside table.
Yeah,
It's
that's
like,
where I
it's
hide
right
the
where
lubes.
you can reach. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm a
Like-
mom. I have to hide in the bathroom.
Yeah. Nope, don't have that problem.
Yeah.
A lot of standing up sex and vibrating. Okay, anyhow. So we were really excited today because we got a lot of love for some of our past guests. And they sent us some really beautiful shout outs. And we decided that we were just going to reminisce on some of our favorite takeaways from the shows. And plus, Monique, you've been listening forever.
I have.
Forever.
Yes.
And we just love to hear some of your feedback on the ones you remember. We're 100 episodes deep. So let's see what we got. You ready to draw the first one?
I am.
Okay,
I
who do
am.
we got?
MJ Radio Diva and Brianna Nicole. These two girls are the team of Keeping It Casual podcast. Congratulations, 100th episode, 2-year anniversary. I'm on episode 77. It's called I'm Feeling Myself, just in case.
Michelle Davis Fitness.
Michelle Davis Fitness. First of all, what a beautiful, just human all around. I really love. She loves to like bring people together. Like she'll have a squad of girls that are so cool, and she'll unite them with another squad. And she's all about building this sisterhood. And
Yes, she is.
She talked a lot in her episode, Feeling Myself, about losing her sister. So I think if you've ever like felt loss or you've gone through something like that, like her resilience and the way she's just built this huge bond between people is really cool.
She also talked about losing yourself to yourself in a relationship and not checking in with your partner.
Yeah.
Which Monique brought up something fabulous. This has nothing to do with the episode. We were just sitting down at dinner. We had a really good dinner conversation. Chris had stepped out to go get the kids, and it was just the girls getting to chat. And what did you say? Your boyfriend said to you?
He was like asking if I would play video games with him. Just it's like one of his things that he enjoys. And yeah, so we did. Obviously, we played a little bit, and then he thanked me afterwards because, you know, I mean, he's obviously not used to other girls that he's dated like actually participating in his interests, which I think is great because, you know, how many times do we ask them to do stuff with us?
I know.
And that was a point that I brought up. I said I feel that men, when they love a woman, they definitely bend more to do the things that their wife or girlfriend or whatever like to do. I know a lot of homebodies that don't give a shit about like going out to the bars with the friends and all this, and you know, they're like, okay, well, you want to do it, so it's fine.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Well, I think that makes a lot of sense, and that's a good idea. I was actually thinking of something like that recently where I was like, you know what, maybe I could kind of go splitsies on a date night. Why does it always have to involve alcohol or watching Netflix? Like,
Yeah.
I know he likes video games. Like, I was like, that's a good idea, Monique. I could sit down and play some video games with him. Then I could get him to do something I want the next weekend, you
Right.
know?
Yeah, switch
It's
it up.
definitely a lot of like give and take. I
Yeah.
think, especially if you care about someone and you're open communication about that, like him just being like, hey, would you want to like play video games with me, you know, so especially so it doesn't get repetitive every, you know, I mainly see him on the weekends because he's a teacher and I work Monday through Friday, so
Yeah.
we usually get together on the weekends, and then it's like repetitive, you know, doing the same thing. So I think being able to play video games that he recently just got back into
Yeah.
was a nice little way that we can hang out together but not do the same thing over and over, like the Netflix and
Yeah.
the stuff like that.
Well,
so.
and it's also, we're all stuck at home, so it's a good reminder to say,
Yeah.
hey, you know, this is what is my man doing at home all the time? Like, how can I get in on that with him? You know, even
Yeah.
if it's just like, okay, I'm cooking tonight. It's like, well, maybe I won't sit here and chill while you cook. Maybe I'll cook with you. But I love that, finding ideas of that balance. Like, I'm dying to get him to like sit outside with me under the stars, just listen to a podcast, whether it's comedy or something, just like to
Yeah, and
listen
you know
to
what?
something
I'm
together.
going to talk about this on the opposite side of this. My guy, Monique and I were watching all the Conjuring movies in chronological order, and I was telling him about it, and then all of a sudden the next night we're watching one of the Annabelle movies, and I just get like this series of texts from him about how because he wanted to do it with us.
Oh, he's
so
like,
he was like watching it on his own.
Yeah, he was like doing it on his own, and then when we first met, I had said something about Ghost Adventures and Zach Bagans' Haunted Museum, and he like had no idea what I was talking about. And then I went to go see him, and he had this spot-on Zach Bagans impersonation that I was like, where did this come from? And I said something to his best friend about it, and he goes, since when does he watch that? And I was like, since me.
Oh.
Yeah. Which I love that he's trying to watch something so he has something, you know, something to like bridge the gap a little.
Yeah, 'cause he's like super into movies, and he talks technically about movies to the point where I'm like, I go a little cross-eyed, and I'm like, cool.
Oh, he likes the cinematography of
yeah.
it. Okay. But you know, sometimes like when you're, especially in the long term, you guys have been together for a couple years.
Yeah, we'll be 2 years in October.
Okay. Oh, congratulations. 2 years over here. It's our 2-year anniversary, guys.
Yeah.
Last week, 100 episodes. Sorry, we're just like celebrating the last 2 weeks.
We are.
But listening to them, you know, sometimes my eyes glaze over with things that he wants to talk about, and I'm like he likes to watch How It's Made, and I'm like, kill me now. But you know,
I love How It's Made.
I'm like, I'll sit down and
This
watch
is why
it with
Chris
you.
and I are the same person, though.
Yeah, this is why we work well together.
All right, next.
Hey everyone, my name is Sylvia and I'm from Comp 92.3. I just want to wish Bree and MJ the happiest 2-year anniversary for the Keeping It Casual podcast. I'm super proud of you ladies. You keep kicking ass and I love you both.
Wow.
Oh, Sylvia, Undisclosed Desires. Man, do you remember that episode?
Sylvia's, yes.
Yeah. What was your takeaway in memory from that one?
The social media rabbit holes.
Yeah.
I have to say that I never do that. I
Okay.
never will like look
Good
up
for you.
exes or anything like that, but I had an issue this year, and I know I talked to you about it too, but like I did go into the little bit of a social media rabbit
We
hole.
all do.
Yeah.
Something
Because
sparks
I'm like,
it.
hold up, what is this?
Like, who
Yeah.
dis? Who dis?
Yeah, and I just had to see, and then because we have such good communication, I talked to him about it, but I think listening to that episode, you guys just give, like all of you, including Sylvia, just give great advice to where it's like, I'm not crazy for doing this. I'm a little crazy for doing this, but I'm not, but it's normal.
It's not
normal.
just me. It's
Yeah.
normal to feel jealous, and and I think we talked about jealousy and,
Yeah.
and
Social media
things that make you
makes you more
crazy.
jealous.
It does.
It very much makes you more jealous.
it's
You know
too easy.
My favorite thing from Sylvia's episode is the fact that we went off on that listener that wrote in.
oh God,
yes.
about cheating.
Yes.
Well, because she was like, I think my boyfriend's cheating on me, but by the way, he cheated on his ex with me, and I was like in the midst of healing, and I was like, oh.
This is the one I brought up the other day.
You did.
Yes.
She brought it up the other day. She goes, I just love that you all like didn't side with her. People writes to us, we keeps it real.
Yeah, you didn't automatically side with her and be like, just go along with her. You were like, no, like, this is how it goes. This is like
Yeah.
how you should react.
Sorry, karma.
Yeah.
No, you're right, and you know we all get a little judgy sometimes, so just have to bear with us. But we love
MJ and I have
care
given
for
you
all of
guys
you.
some TED Talks along the way. We even had
Damn
an
right.
episode.
But I
This is our
feel
TED
like we're
Talk.
all like learning, and we're
Yeah.
like a lot of this stuff is new.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah.
think learning.
Well, and sometimes you feel kind of icky about a feeling, or you're like, am I crazy? Am I stupid? Am I a nightmare to deal with? And then somebody else is, and you're like, and I respect her, and I think she's cool, and it's all right then.
Well,
you know?
and you know, funny thing about that episode.
That's what I love about our guests, you know?
Funny thing about that episode is I was talking about a shark swimming in my dick circle.
Oh, like when you're like, why is
Why
there...
is this girl everywhere?
Why does she have 6 mutual
yes.
friends of mine? All of them happen to be ex-boyfriends. It was just like a weird,
It was like, it was
close
that.
connection.
I'm kind of that person for somebody right now.
Okay, what happened? This is you started to tell me about this,
And then you shut me up.
because I want to hear it here and now.
Yes. So, I went to dinner with a friend of mine. He was in town from Seattle. I've talked about him before, whatever. And when we're at dinner, I see somebody watching my stories who I didn't know.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, who's this? So I clicked on her profile, and he was our only mutual friend. And I said, who's this? And he's like, that's my ex from like 2 years ago. He was like, does she follow you? And I said, no, she does not follow me. And he goes, maybe she's like a fan of your podcast. He's like, I posted about it before, whatever. And I went and looked. I was like, she don't follow my podcast. He's like, she's probably a shy fan. And I was like, no, she's stalking you for some reason. But what was so funny, he hadn't tagged me in anything. I wasn't in any of his posts, any of his stories. I wasn't in anything. And I don't even have on my Instagram that I live in Las Vegas. Like, she would have had to have just gone through his friends list and just clicked on my profile to see.
Oh, the deep seat stuff.
Yes. And
Jeez.
he told me, he was like, that's really weird because she has a boyfriend that she just moved in with. And I was like, well,
She's curious about the outside world.
yes. And okay, so then his other ex, he told me, he was like,
Damn.
well, my other ex sent me a series of texts about you. And I was like, about me? Tell me. So his other ex has been on a date with the guy I was seeing for the better part of last year.
Oh, God.
And she was dating kind of a mutual acquaintance of mine.
Oh, God. That is totally a shark in the dicks.
Yeah. So she sends this guy a series of texts. She, like, our mutual acquaintance, who's her ex-boyfriend, I had commented on something. And so she screenshot it, sent this guy, our mutual friend, a series of texts that was like, who the fuck is this slut? Is she fucking my man? Blah, 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 blah.
What?
And he was like, last I heard she was like dating somebody. So no, I don't think she's fucking him. He was like, but I don't know. And I was like, even I have standards.
Oh, God. So you have been turning this girl's life upside down for no reason at all.
Just existing.
This is how the rabbit holes start. There's
Yes,
some
it
girl
is.
just sitting on her couch, eating her popcorn, feeling fabulous, and you're over there obsessing and spinning out of control because you don't know the full truth.
Yeah.
Bree, you've just been a thorn in her side. How dare you? How dare you do nothing?
How dare I do nothing?
This is what social media does to us.
It is.
The spiral. That's funny.
And this girl fascinates me. And what's funny is I've met her before and I've complimented her. I met her and I was like, oh my God, you're so beautiful. But she's like, I've never met her. And I was like, yeah, you have actually a few times.
Wow. See, so we can get very wrapped up in things that we don't know about. So stop snooping. Don't get caught snooping either.
No.
All right, here do we got?
Hey, MJ and Bree, this is Chris from episode 32, Viva Las Vegas. I just wanted to wish both of you a wonderful and happy 2-year anniversary and 100 fantastic episodes of Keeping It Casual. I consider myself very lucky to have met both of you. You're both such positive people, and you bring that positivity to podcasting. And I think that's what makes your show such a pleasure to listen to. So happy 2-year anniversary, and I look forward to seeing you both again in Vegas soon.
Chris Kim!
Oh, Chris Kim.
We had the most fun Vegas trivia. Chris Kim from Faces and Aces podcast. He's lives in California.
He was a fan of our podcast just randomly.
Like when it first started.
When it first started. He found us like day one randomly.
And he started sharing us all over LA.
And we were like, who the fuck is this guy?
I love him. And he has his own Vegas podcast, doesn't live here, but we had the most fun. We drove out to LA to interview him, and we had the most fun Vegas trivia game with him. He was so silly. And also, he is now our official wolf because he saved our asses in Toluca Lake.
Yes, he did. He saved our asses in Toluca Lake because
The can of gas. I
gas.
drove all the way from Vegas to California, and we've told this story on the show before, but I literally pulled up into the parking lot where we were going to meet, and I had Chris's big ass truck. I rolled halfway into the parking lot just enough to block the whole traffic of everybody going through. God love Chris Kim. He was hilarious, man. Point.
Alrighty.
Well, all right. It's Jenny Wells with Cake Ballers. Calling in to say congratulations to my girls Nicole and Bree for making it, for breaking it, for taking it and shaking it. Listen up, keepers. These girls, they got it going on. They're just keeping it casual. They got me bouncing off the walls, hitting major milestone marks, knocking the bitch right out the park. 100th episode. Whoa, bro. You're hitting your momentum mode. Bam, slam, hot damn. I'm proud of you, girls. Why, yes, I very much am. Please listen to episode 73, Ball for Me, where we talk about cake balls and motorcycles and everything in between. I love you, girls. Congratulations. Keep up the great work.
Miss Jenny, ball for me, Jenny Boonwell.
Ball for me. Not only is she like got the most incredible, zany, wild energy, but she is a dime, man. She has become a really close friend with me this last year. She's really building this like fitness tribe, and she's got crazy Instagram videos, and I just love her energy.
And she roller skates everywhere.
She does yoga and roller skates, and she hula hoops with fire hoops. I mean, the girl is...
And she makes delicious fucking cake.
Yeah, and she cooks in the kitchen. Like, what is she not doing?
Oh, I love her.
Her energy.
And she writes us rap songs, so...
And this is just her speaking. All of a sudden, she breaks into hip-hop lyrics, and it's just...
That episode, though, we played some of the hardest fuckberry kills, because I'm pretty sure we said, like...
Oh, God.
Kurt Cobain.
We did, like...
grunge guys.
We did, like, Kurt Cobain, Chris Cornell.
And Eddie Vedder, I think.
Or Chester Bennington. We did, like, the R.I.P.
Oh, Chester.
You guys want to round it up?
No. I don't want to talk about it.
Don't put that evil on me, Ricky Bobby.
Don't put that.
We also talked about which Spice Girl we would be. So,
Yes.
okay, real quick. Who?
Ginger. Because I'm a feminist and I'm loud and I'm outspoken. And
That's true.
I could
that's
see.
for sure.
Yeah.
I could see you as a ginger.
I think I would want to be Scary Spice, but only because I feel like she's so opposite of me, and I want to be loud and crazy and, just get on stage and be like this animal.
That was Mel B, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I think that was one of my favorite because I just loved her like, I don't know.
Yeah.
She just had
She
that
had like that big beautiful afro.
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
And like always wore like cheetah
Or she always
print.
had those little like combs.
Yeah,
with her little,
yes.
She just looked so cute.
she had
so
that
awesome.
energy and was
Yes.
just like, bring it, bitches. Like she set that party up. I feel
Like
you.
I love Sporty Spice. She had the best like lines and everything in every song, but Scary's just got that attitude.
Uh-huh.
She got the attitude.
The tude was inspiring for sure. All right,
Definitely.
Monique, is our
We
next
got
voicemail?
Lindsley.
Lindsay!
Hey ladies, it's Lindsley with Cherry Boom Boom, and I just wanted to say congratulations on your 2-year anniversary. That's so awesome. You guys are the bomb. Cheers, cheers, bubbly cheers to you. Lots of sexy dance moves, more conversations. I hope to see you soon. Keep doing what you're doing. Rock on, ladies.
Our cherry bomb, our pussycat doll. I
She
love
was darling
Lindsay so
Nikki
much.
on one of Prince's tours.
Okay, and she's created her own cabaret show out here in Vegas. We went to
Cherry
saw
Boom
it,
Boom.
Cherry Boom
Right.
Boom. And we were all talking about like we love the show, but we want to take lessons from the girls because after the show, you're like, I want to learn all that.
I want to do that. I want to be a boom boom girl.
And now you can actually go online and get her Cherry Fit videos. So
Yes.
they started this during quarantine
Oh,
because they couldn't do the
awesome.
shows.
That's
Yeah.
what I need.
So they shifted, and all you have to do is go to cherryboombboom.com, and they've got their Cherry Fit videos, dance tutorials. They've got makeup tips. They've got fitness, energy,
And I think
all that
the
stuff.
first week is free.
Yeah, if they're still doing the free trial, but it's
Yeah.
worth a shot, and you can go on and you can do those videos
Yes.
whenever. But if you want to dance like a pussycat doll, now's the time. And Lindsay brought it, and she introduced us to honey whiskey.
Honey whiskey. And you know what was so great about her is she said, we talked about like, because you and I, we have a sex podcast and we're thinking about sex constantly, and she has a sexy show and we're thinking about sex constantly, and how in a relationship it's not always all about the wild and crazy sex.
I know, and people are like, wow, you're a pussycat doll and you have sexy. I mean, look how you move. It's got to be like hanging from the chandelier. She's like, no, I just want to rub my feet, watch
Yeah.
Netflix. And, she kept it real about that. And I think we got to hear that sometimes, because sometimes we're like, am I not giving him all the sex and blowjobs? I mean, like, sometimes it's exhausting trying to do it all, and your hair,
Right.
Right? Especially like during quarantine when you're like, have I changed out of these sweatpants in 3 days?
Or the struggle of my pedicures. Like,
Yeah.
to have to scrub
Oh,
my feet this
God.
week. Like, what's going on?
Oh, she's an honorary. She said we're honorary Cherry Boom Boom girls, but she is an honorary Keeping It Casual.
Oh my gosh.
Third mic.
Oh God. I just loved her to pieces. So.
Hey, what's up? It's Bree.
And MJ, we're sitting here in front of a box of goodies.
We want to give a big thank you to our sponsor, Like a Kitten.
You know how much we love them because they inspire masturbation by sending you seasonal subscription boxes full of all kinds of sensual products and a huge motorized toy.
And we just got our Good Vibes summer box.
Yeah.
And let me tell you, it came with a bag that says Good Vibes on it, filled with glitter lotion, lubes, a gummy bear vibe.
Glitter sunscreen too, like all these little wipes. Like I feel like you could take this whole thing to any beach party or any pool party and you'll be ready for
Anything. Hook up with somebody.
I was
or
gonna say, hot sex or just ready to mingle.
yes.
Oh, tell them about this Love and Luster bronzing
Okay,
shimmer.
so we got the Love and Luster bronzing shimmer. It smells a little bit like cinnamon, and it goes on so smooth. It'll be good for the whole body or just for a little contour
a
on
little
your face.
highlight. Yeah, I was
Yes.
putting some on the cleavage and on like the collarbones. And we got these dope ass Like a Kitten sunglasses, and they got that kitten vibe, that
Yes.
sexy cat eye.
the sexy cat
I
eye.
love it so much.
And we got a pheromone infused shave cream.
Now I hate shave cream that just smells like Barbasol or whatever. Like this one smells like coconuts and vanilla and sweet peas. It's just so delicious.
And of course, we cannot forget about the Sweet Cream Classic Slim Vibe.
Yeah, this is a really nice vibrator, guys, and it's splash proof. So yes, take it in the shower.
And it's whisper quiet. And it's cute and has little ice creams all over it.
Well, the cool thing about Like a Kitten is they have these really cool seasonal subscription boxes. They also have a bunch of individual products.
They've even launched this month their bridal box.
I love it. But they have the breakup box. They have the birthday boxes, which are all like horoscope themed.
And they have the quarantine boxes.
Of course. I think we're moving out of the quarantine boxes and we're ready for their signature box, which
Yes.
has got everything. It's like their big package. But
Yes.
the website has it all.
So go to likeakitten.com and use code KEEPERS20 at checkout checkout for 20% off.
If you're in a relationship, the loophole to getting a little different sensation is
having a vibrator. Thank you so much to our sponsors, Like a Kitten. Go to likeakitten.com and use code KEEPERS20 at checkout for 20% off your first purchase.
I know. They have so many great products on there, so check it out. And guess what? They're going to be getting in on our Keeping It Casual swag giveaway. Woo! It's the last Wednesday of every month, and all you have to do to enter is rate and review on Apple Podcasts.
Give us that 5-star rating, and in the review, I don't care what you say, you could say, they're making me do this. It's just for the giveaway.
Last Wednesday of every month, you can get a very cool piece of Keeping It Casual swag and a little tasty treat from Like a Kitten.
So go to likeakitten.com, right meow.
Right meow. This one right here.
Okay.
MJ, Bree, it's me, Sandy Juanita. Congratulations, felicidades. Keeping It Casual is 2 years old, baby, and I could not be more proud of the platform that you created that allowed so many women to share their stories, including myself, and for that I'm so appreciative. Again, thank you so much for everything that you've done, that you will continue doing. I'm just so proud to see the growth of it. So in true Sandy Juanita fashion, salud, cheers to Keeping It Casual.
Sandy Bonita.
Oh, our senorita.
Oh, our senorita. And
I love it when
if you're like thinking about starting over a new career, maybe a new relationship, this episode is to listen to, because she relates with us about like setting boundaries, knowing your worth, how it's okay to say no. I mean,
she talked about how
chasing your dreams.
Chasing your dreams. She, at the very last minute, just said, you're not giving me the contract I want? Fine, I'm moving to D.C.
Yep. And then she did the same thing when she had to make negotiations there. Like, she talked all about like how I negotiate, because I was with Sandy when she kind of started at CBS, and I've been in the game a long time, and just watching the way she took this step in the right direction and just knew how to grow. And I think it was all about knowing her worth.
She built a brand.
Even for you, building your brand with makeup artistry. Sometimes you're like, oh, well, maybe I don't want to charge too much, or maybe I got to do this. And we feel the same way too, but it's also like what you do has value. If people are using it and doing it, I mean, it has value. So just know your worth and know your value.
Every time I talk to her, like, she finds a way to inspire me. That's why when we talked about getting her on the podcast, I was like, people are going to listen back and then just be completely inspired by her.
Definitely.
I think so.
Especially if you're like an entrepreneur. Like for me, the makeup thing, like it's like I don't want to overcharge because I want to get booked, but then at the same time, it's like, how do you let them know that I'm using my products, I'm using, you know, my time, my service. So I remember one time I did a makeup for my friend for her wedding, and I did almost the whole party, and I didn't get paid on that because my sister was supposed to get out to go to work right after. So I did all of their makeup. I was like, sister, you're the maid of honor, get my money. I have to run to work. They were like, I thought this was the wedding present. And I was like, okay, now I need to know to say no if I don't get paid like beforehand or like right when I get
deposit,
there.
Right.
You know, I just wasted all of that time, all of my makeup. The only thing they brought was like foundation. So
well, people know you guys met in beauty school, right?
Yes.
And they said something about like, be careful with friends who want your treatment and doing it for the friend homie hookup, because everybody is a client. Like a lot of times in that industry, your friends are your clients, and if they respect you and know what you do, maybe you can give them a little bit of the homie hookup, but free?
Right.
No, we ain't got time to do free for everything.
Well, Monique will do my makeup for free, but she's using my makeup on me.
And you guys are tradesies. Okay, there's also a balance of like, hey, you do this for me and I'll do that for you.
I mean, we live together. It's just like doing my sister's makeup. I will always do my sister's makeup or family members.
But
for
like
free,
when I go visit Kim, who we went to beauty school with, I paid her for that facial.
Exactly.
Did I get a homie hookup? Probably, but
it's like you're still willing to pay,
and I tip better if I think I'm. You know, I tip very good.
And everybody tips better when they get the homie hook. They're like, oh, you're gonna charge me how much?
I was expecting this, so here you go.
Yeah.
But I think just hearing her talk about it and just know your worth and have that confidence, it's just like, you know what, you're right. I'm going to go out there and I'm going to make my money and I'm not going to sell myself short.
And Sandy is a confident woman.
I
if
love
there
it.
ever was one. I do too. All right.
I love that.
Hey, Bree and MJ, this is Nick with Don't Tell Comedy Las Vegas. I'm just popping in to congratulate you guys on your 100th episode. That's so exciting. I was so amped up and pumped and a little drunk when I was on your guys' episode of Young, Wild, and Free, and it was such a blast. Again, congratulations on that 100th episode. Keep them going.
Hi, Bree. Hi, MJ. It's Rachel with Don't Tell Comedy. I just wanted to congratulate you both on your 100th episode of Keeping It Casual. From a longtime fan to a friend, I have to say I'm so proud of you both. Congratulations. Here's to 100 more episodes. I love you guys.
Nick and Rachel from Don't Tell Comedy.
Oh my gosh. Those guys were hilarious. Nick and his stories about how he gets out of dates, and then like Rachel coming in hot with like her sweet little, I'm just the low-key associate producer, and she's like such a boss babe. We love Rachel. She's become a huge friend of the show too.
Her and her boyfriend Justin are fueling our Micheladas tonight.
Yeah, they actually gave us a I Love Micheladas pack.
Yes.
And it was
honestly
just
like Rachel has
love
become,
language.
That night,
felt.
Rachel and I almost died.
Because you went to the bar and some creepy loser was
he said he
take you
wanted
home
to
and
kidnap
you.
and stab us.
Oh, jeez.
And ever since then, she's been one of my best friends. Like, I don't know, like
something bonded after that episode with you too.
I fell in friendship love with her very, very fast.
Yeah.
And I feel like I've known her forever, but we haven't even known each other a year yet.
Yeah. I understand those friends. We've all had those friendships, right? That's how I felt with Monique.
Definitely.
I was like, why can't I take her everywhere? Bring her over. I'm glad you're finally here to celebrate the 2 year with
When we
us.
got tour, we're like, Monique's coming with us as our makeup artist. Right?
Yeah. Just as the
Definitely.
chill. I wanted to do my makeup before you came because I want you to chill.
I mean, she said one of the best lines ever.
I'm going to play. I put it in the intro because it made us laugh so hard.
We're just going to play it.
A landing strip.
I don't know. That was the first thing that came
I thought
to
about
mind.
landing strip, and then I'm like, Hitler? I'm like, what are all these?
Seriously, God, your vagina is really serious right now.
I watched Harold and
Can you
Kumar a couple
bedazzle
of
that
times.
shit or not?
Vajazzles.
I have bejazzled before, and it's not my finest moment. And Nick talking about his like hookup in Paris.
Oh
and,
my God.
Oh, it's so good. They're so funny. You guys.
But Don't Tell Comedy has
Don't Tell
shifted during quarantine
yes,
too.
and they're doing online shows. So go to look at Don't Tell Comedy Las Vegas on Instagram. They just did a big show last week, and they have more to come. So follow Don't Tell Las Vegas on Instagram.
But you can still do the live comedy shows from your home. And these are local comics, some from, near cities, but it's just like really building up these young comics that are young in their careers, things.
Secret comedians, secret shows.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So it's really cool how they've shifted as well.
MJ, Bree, Keeping It Casual podcast ladies. It's Jeff here from the Jeff Does Vegas podcast, all the way from Calgary, Alberta, Canada, and wish you guys a very, very happy 2-year anniversary and 100 episodes. An absolutely incredible achievement in the podcast world. And in the time that I've gotten to know you guys, it's been an absolute blast getting to spend time with you and chat with you, and having you on my podcast was so much fun. Eventually, hope to be able to get on your podcast. As we discussed, let's make that happen soon. Enjoy this massive, massive achievement. Big congratulations. I promise you, the next time I'm able to get down to Las Vegas, you ladies are getting like 3 dozen homemade butter tarts as a congratulations gift. I promise.
Jeff on here.
Jeff was
my
never
gosh.
actually
He wasn't actually a guest, but we
He's
were a
supposed
guest
to
on
be.
his show. And
He's supposed to be.
quarantine hit before we could get him and his wife on because we really wanted to collab with them.
Yeah, because they were going to come out end of March, and we were going to have them on, and they were going to bring us butter tarts. Jeff is our little Canadian butter tart.
He is. And you know what? He came out and recorded the really fun episode with us. He goes, I want to talk about a girls' trip to Vegas.
and we were like, all right.
We're here for it. It was called Girls Gone Vegas, and you can find it on the Jeff Does Vegas podcast. But he's such a gentleman and just down to earth and cool. And it was funny because how I met him, like when I first got fired in radio,
Came to
social
us
media
through-
connection.
He connected through us because of Chris Kim.
Chris Kim, yep, from Faces and Aces.
Yep.
He just sent me a really sweet message and about like, don't feel bad about getting fired. It's all good. Like you're
Because
going to be doing
he came
big
from
things.
Vegas and kind of had the same thing too.
Yeah, he came from radio.
No, Vegas radio.
Yeah, he had the same thing in
But-
radio, so he understood. And we're trying to podcast. That was a little message from somebody I've never really met in person, but just somebody I talked with on social media, and it meant the world to me. Just the kind words. So that just reminded me, like, the little things you can say to somebody. Maybe you're like, I don't know them that well, but maybe I follow them. Maybe I appreciate them in some way. Like, if you got something to say to somebody, do it. But love Jeff. Can't wait to get him on.
I can't wait to get him on either. And you know what? I will say this. When I lost my job last week, he was one of the first people I messaged. I said, Jeff, I lost my job. And he said, you're going to be fine.
That's all you needed to hear. I worried about you, girl.
Yeah, he was
I
like,
ain't either.
You are are going to be fine.
You've grown up and on from that place, and it's okay.
Congratulations, ladies. This is Paige from episode 64, Bounce Back. I just wanted to say congratulations on your 2-year anniversary. It was a pleasure being on your podcast, and I wish you guys nothing but success and abundance and prosperity in the future.
Paige. Oh, my gosh.
You know, Paige really inspired a lot of us because she came back from being assaulted by somebody.
Paige was in our Bounce Back episode. She had just written a book. It's called Leading an Intentional Life, and she's actually currently building these courses for entrepreneurs. She wants to speak at colleges and high schools and stuff and really teach people how to build their brands and do their own thing. And, of course, quarantine, so that's put a stopper on it. But while she decided to, like, change career paths and write her book and everything, she went through this horrible situation, and instead of it derailing her, she, like, used it to elevate her and really keep going. So if you feel like sometimes things are, I think we're all kind of feeling like a big wrench has been thrown in our game. I don't know the saying. I'm saying it wrong.
No, you're saying it correct.
A wrench in the socket? I don't know.
I like a wrench in the game.
Yeah.
We make up our own phrases.
I'm going to put it on a t-shirt for you. So you can confuse people too.
They'd be like a wrench in the game.
Yeah. But she really kept going on. So sometimes it can feel like, well, damn, well, I wasn't going through something like that.
Yeah.
And she managed to make it work. So I like the perspectives of people doing that. Also, we talked about like masturbating, and it was hilarious.
Oh, yeah, because she talked about how
it's important to listen to your body, and when you need it, you get it.
Yeah, she was like, I was in the middle with a client, and I said, hold on.
I felt
and I went in the bathroom.
Oh my God.
And masturbated.
I remember that.
I don't know what they're. Do you remember that?
Yes.
There's some of our guests have said some shit that just stands out, and you'll never forget it. And
You're
I
like,
just love it so much.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Hey ladies, it's Brittany, former co-host of It's About Damn Crime. I just wanted to congratulate you guys on your 2-year anniversary. That's amazing. Also, happy 100. I bet it feels like you guys just did your first episode like yesterday, huh? You guys have come a long ways, and I cannot wait to see what the future holds for you two badass, amazing, beautiful women. Keep rocking, keep rolling. I love you guys.
Hey, podcast besties. It's me, former co-host of It's About Damn Crime, Justine. Just wanted to wish you guys a happy 2-year anniversary and a happy 101st episode. You guys are so badass. I'm so proud of everything that you've accomplished, and I'm going to be there on the ride with you guys, whether you like it or not. I love you girls, and only for you would I sit up on the couch to record this when I haven't been recorded in a long time. All right, love you guys.
Brittany and Justine.
Oh my gosh. So when Bree and I had the first idea to collaborate with another podcast in Vegas, there really wasn't any.
And I was like, we're going to do a Halloween episode with a true crime podcast. And she was like, okay.
And we found these true crime babes right here in Las Vegas. It's About Damn Crime. And I was like, how dope is the name of this podcast,
God,
first of all?
so good.
And
we met them for the first time when we recorded with them. We had just barely corresponded.
Yeah, emails.
Yeah, emails. We were all kind of nervous to meet each other
Yeah.
because it's really hard to meet people for the first time. And
Brittany had like a cold, poor thing.
Yeah.
She's like, I'm not feeling too well. But Justine was like, bitch, you're going.
Yeah.
You know, that's how Justine is.
And we all just fell in love with each other very quick.
Man.
We did. We all just sat down, and then there was just this magic in that studio.
Yeah, and we really love them. They hosted our very first live podcast.
Yes.
We asked them if they would host it. Then they ended up doing our second live podcast we put together with On This Day Entertainment and It's About Damn Crime.
Yes.
So we made a big podcast babe show,
Yeah.
and we love them.
And we respect them, and we can't wait to see if they ever come back.
Yeah, they're taking a little hiatus from It's
Yeah.
About Damn Crime, but I think their content is so...
I feel like it's pretty popular. It's like a lot of people like to listen to true
Yeah.
crime, and
Yeah.
I love their stranger danger segments.
Yes.
Oh, yes. I mean, that
Just listening to those are like the best part of it.
Because it makes us feel like, oh yeah, I've been in that situation too.
Yeah.
Well, some of it's scary and some of it's
Yes.
funny, and they were really smart. They had a research podcast, which we talked about. Like, that's not something easy we could do. They took a break because I believe Justine had to move away for a little bit, and they just decided we're going to take a break for a while.
Yeah.
But we're ready for you ladies when you're ready to come back.
We are.
We ready.
We
We're all
love
ready.
you.
And we still listen to those episodes.
Yes, we do.
Plenty to catch up on. All right, who's next? Our very first ever podcast guest.
Hey, ladies, it is Natalia checking in. So excited. You guys are blowing up. Keeping It Casual podcast, taking over for the 2020 Bree and MJ. I am so very proud of what you guys do. You're such an inspiration to us all. I love being all up in your business. Everyone else does too, and I cannot wait to see what you guys have in store for the future. Love you guys.
Natalia! Oh my God. We talked about what song brings out your inner stripper. We talked about.
Okay, so what song is currently bringing out your inner stripper?
Oh. You know what I've been listening to lately? Some old school. I've been bringing back some Portishead, like some
So
Glory Box.
tired of
Playing with this bow and arrow.
She's doing the witchy stripper music. That's what I normally do.
That's like my warm up, my like get into my yoga flow music, and I'm like feeling my cat cows and like shaking my ass.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah. I don't know.
Hot.
What about you, Monique? What you feeling right now?
I don't know that I have something that I'm feeling right now. I feel like go to like stripper song would be Black Velvet because I want it to be really sensual. And that song just sounds so sexy. I feel like that would be the best.
I feel like that's your stripper name.
Yes, it
Yes.
You know that song was written about Elvis.
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
I think you told me that.
I probably did.
But yes, I just feel like that song is just sexy, even if you don't listen to the words, just like the music and everything.
If you were looking at Monique right now, you'd be like, oh yeah, that's
I
totally your
understand
stripper
that
name.
Her stripper name is Black Velvet.
And her stripper song. What about you? What are you feeling right now?
Recently, I've been feeling Partition by Beyonce.
Oh,
Driving
God.
up the and, of course, Doja Cat.
Which one?
Play them up.
Rules?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Yeah, that's a good one.
When I was at the working at the pole studio again, like I was all up in that stripper pole music. I was like, bringing that groove back. Thank you, Fanya, for that as well.
Normally, I'm doing like the Portishead and like, I don't know, that's normally like my vibes right there. Like that slow, witchy, Lana Del Rey type grooves.
Yeah.
A little bit of The Weeknd.
Get a little bit of that hip hop stank on it right now.
I mean, I guess it depends on what kind of sex I'm looking for. If I'm looking for some freaky sex, we're putting on the ratchet mix. If I'm looking for some love making, we're putting on the slow and sensual mix.
I guess like I'm getting loose right now to that yoga vibe, but also wait, back to Natalia though. What she set the bar, man. She is
did.
hilarious.
She was our first ever guest, and we didn't know what we were gonna get to.
No,
because we were doing these 30-minute episodes, and we sat down with Natalia like 2 hours later. We were all like, oh yeah, we gotta go.
We're like this. It was just so fun. She's like, I can't believe you guys got me to talk. We got her to take the BDSM quiz. She's like, I can't believe y'all got me to talk about some of this stuff.
She was like, my husband's gonna be humping my leg later.
We talked about frenemies, man. That is a fun episode. That was hilarious. I really loved it. Oh, Natalia.
I love her. Natalia, come back to us.
What up, Leanne G here from episode 63, Hot in Here. Big ups to the girls. Congratulations on 2 years and your 100th episode. Peace and love.
Leanne.
Oh, boy. I feel like there were so many. Do you remember Leanne G, Hot in Here? She's a True Fusion instructor. She was the first one we brought on. Her and Jenny and Jane, all instructors there. There were so many takeaways from Leanne's episode, and I think Leanne just has this really cool vibe about
She does. Her whole vibe is just like chill and calm and cool, and she had that cute ass romper on when she came over.
Well, we were just like, okay, when it comes to fitness, like how do you stay on top of things? People are very like in a regimen. She's like, well, I don't know. Some days I'm feeling this, and some days I'm feeling that. Like she was very open about like it doesn't have to be so regimented. Listen to your body, and accept that it's going to want different things on different days, and it's going to do things on different days.
She said the most amazing thing, which was your body changes every single day. Listen to what your body says that day. She said if your body wants an In-N-Out burger today, have an In-N-Out burger today. She said if tomorrow your body wants to work out for 60 minutes, do that.
We brought up the stuff about relationships too, because she's, she has a man she lives with, Rico. Biosculpting, check him out. He gave me the most incredible like fascia massage ever. He's
sounds so good.
It is so good. But it was funny. We were talking about like what's the typical amount of sex you should be having when you live with somebody. And she's like, "Oh, girl, that shit goes in phases." She's like, sometimes it's like sex every day, and some days it's like I'm not into you right now like that. Like,
and then we
chill.
talked to her about approaching somebody. She had the greatest line. So I was like, "Well, what if I'm like at Sprouts and I see the same guy at the salad bar wearing a suit, like a different suit every day? I see him Monday through Friday. We're at the salad bar together." She's like, "So you go up and compliment him and say, 'Hey, I really like that tie you're wearing.'" She's like, "And that's all you say. You walk away." She's like, "Because then they'll remember you the next time."
You're
like, "Oh,
yeah." I just thought I would let you know you looking really that. Like I like the way you put that together today. And I gotta say, even as a married woman, I would appreciate that. Someone was just like, "I like I like this outfit you're wearing. I'm like, well, thank you.
Yeah. I would love it, like, because guys are always just like, oh, you look cute, where girls will compliment, like, oh my God, specifically. So if a guy came up to me and was like,
give you some specific compliment,
except for nice shoes, he didn't come off right.
Well, it's all about the delivery.
Throw back to nice shoes. But I was banging somebody else that night anyway, so sorry, nice shoes.
You weren't open for those compliments.
I wasn't. Next.
You must be my lucky star. Hey guys, congratulations on 2 years. Can you believe it? Crazy. Well, this is Fanya Monday from Pole Fitness Studio giving you lots of love and a huge congratulations. Lucky Star style.
Fanya! Oh my gosh,
well,
Lucky
she let
Star.
us host our live shows there.
She let us host our very first live show at her pole studio. We had a venue that fell through, and she's like, I have a beautiful venue, which is huge. There's poles in there, but who cares? And we had 2 live shows there.
Sold out.
God, we love Fanya so much. And
yes.
we actually hosted a live podcast at her pole expo.
Yes,
So,
and you emceed the pole expo.
Yep, and then we did a live podcast, and just she gave me an opportunity to get back into pole dancing.
Yeah.
And I really cherish Fanya. I think she's just so open and just really incredible. And she's a new mom.
Yes, she is.
She talked about like being a new mom, balancing your business and your body and your relationship.
My favorite things from Fanya's episode is she told me to stay off the scale.
Because you were talking about exercising and getting your body back.
And she said, you're doing good. You're doing what you need to do. Get off the scale. She goes, you're on the scale once a week. I want you to be on the scale once a month. She's like, and eventually once every 3 months. And I was like, damn.
It's true, because I feel like the scale can sabotage you.
It
You're
can.
like, hold on, I gained 2 pounds.
Yeah.
I did that with you a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
I was like, I've been working out and doing this and I've gained 5 pounds. And she was like, okay. She's like, I can see you're losing weight though. And I was like,
and sometimes you gain muscle, so you might be gaining weight, but it's all in muscle.
Yeah.
So it's like you don't beat yourself up over it.
Yeah. Fluctuates daily. I have to go with like the jeans are fitting and like if I just want to be in sweatpants and when I just want to lounge around in frumpy clothes for too long, I'm like, it's time to reel it in, sister.
Yes.
It's time to reel it in.
Some days, like even during this quarantine, I'll just put clothes on just to be like, I'm wearing clothes today. I can't be in sweatpants today.
I like barely put on my jeans. I'm like, I want to wear jeans. No, but I've got to.
We're all wearing jeans today.
We are. We did it.
Quarantine milestone. 3 people in a room wearing jeans.
I work from home, so like being in pajamas the whole time, I like get off at 2:30, so I'm like, I should get dressed. Probably. I mean, I've been in most of the day in pajamas.
Then you're like, Bree, what are we watching? And you're like, pajama party. I'm going to put on new pajamas.
Right?
I'm going to put on new pajamas to make me feel new again.
I will shower and put on new pajamas.
Yes.
I
can't do the same pajamas for like a week. I can't do that.
No, I will shower and then put on a different pair of leggings.
Yes.
Yeah. There was a moment there. I was just like, but I love this romper so much. In the shower and put it back on. So bad. Now I look at it. I'm like, don't you do it. Don't put it on.
We got one more.
Hi, this is Jane Melody from episode 87, The Great Quarantining. Congratulations, Keeping It Casual podcast on 2 years, 100 episodes. Woo woo! MJ and Bree, I'm so proud of you both. You provided amazing content, and I can't wait to hear more. Love you, babes.
Jane
is our manager.
Jane's our manager. She is moving to Florida, but that's okay. She does everything with the snap of her finger online. She's our boss babe.
Yes,
but
she is.
She's like our Monique over here. She is like a dear, close, and personal friend. And she just happened to be joining us one evening, and we're like, pop on with us.
You know what?
Just be fabulous and reminisce.
Jane taught us a very important lesson off the podcast, I believe.
Yeah, she did. And she really made us realize one of our biggest lessons learned that we shared last week is that
we were drinking too much.
Cool it with the drinking. She's like, honey, I've listened to some of your episodes, and I'm like, whoa. She goes, and I love them. They're all great content. She goes, but I think she just pointed out some things that we could tighten up. And it's good to have a friend that can talk to you like from a business standpoint, but also you still respect and you don't feel like you were talked down to, or you're just like, I feel inspired by that. And I think it's some great business advice.
Definitely.
Yeah. Oh, God, I love her. She was the last person we really had around us before we all got sent away from each other.
It was. She escaped to Florida, and now she remains there. there on the beach. And
yeah, she bought this big, beautiful beach house. So
yeah,
we're gonna have a keeping it casual party there.
We've really had some incredible guests, and we just, not everybody was able to, send us a little shout, but every single one of you has inspired us and given us a new perspective, and we love giving this platform to everybody to share their voices.
You're sharing your voices, but you're teaching us something in every episode too.
Yeah. Even Monique, she's schooling us today in our little relationship challenge. Have you done anything your partner is interested in lately around the home?
And so for episode 101, our 2-year anniversary, that is your challenge. You are booed up. Do something that your partner wants you to do that you've been avoiding doing with them.
Give him some comfort. If I just kind of do it with him, he might do something fun with you that you've been wanting. He might sit out back and listen to a sex podcast with you, or
help you pick out what panties to buy off of VictoriaSecret.com.
Yeah, he might. Which ones do you like? Well, I don't care, whatever you like. Show more interested in little things because the little stuff matters. Because you said that made such a difference to him.
It did, yeah. And another thing he does is he loves to read when we go to bed. Like he likes to read for a little bit, helps him kind of unwind and everything. And at first I was like, no, I want you to cuddle me. Yeah. Like you're gonna hold me and we're gonna go to bed. And then I'm like, you know what? This is something he needs. So me taking it away from him, and he appreciates it.
Yeah.
He thanks me. He's like, thank you for not getting mad at me for doing this. And occasionally he'll put the book down and cuddle me just to give and take a little. But
get a book that you're interested in. Read next to each other.
I do. Yes, I have a book there as well.
Sweet.
But usually I'm like, good night.
That's really good too. You know what Chris and I did a couple times? Didn't really stick, but the book's still next to my bed. But it was like erotic stories.
Oh.
I was like, let's read sexy stories before bed. He's like, all right. Like I always put up with my silly ideas.
Grace and her boyfriend do that to each other, and when they were in quarantine and when they're not able to see each other throughout the week or whatever, that's what they'll do. They'll pop on like FaceTime and read sexy stories to each other.
You guys, are we just full of sex challenges to do with your partner or what? We used to do a lot of challenges.
Definitely.
All right.
So
challenges to either read some erotica with your partner, and if that's not your thing, do something that they're interested in that you might not want to do.
Sure, everybody knows where to find Monique. They know where to find us, girl.
Promote you.
She's building her brand and her new Instagram, so give her a follow and a like.
Please follow me. I have a new makeup Instagram called Horror and Highlights. So
it's horror_and_highlights. I will put it in the show notes.
Play around if people have like makeup questions or something. I can kind of answer.
I said that she could just like borrow my face. And if she didn't want to do her own makeup, I think that'd be fun.
You've been doing this new thing where you do freckles.
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
I love it because people are doing those filters where they put freckles on. But I would go for a tutorial on easy eyeliner, winged eyeliner, and
easy
lashes. Yeah. All that.
Definitely. I'll do some of those coming up.
There's your makeup.
Good ideas.
There's your makeup challenge.
Thank you.
All right.
All right, guys.
Until next time.
Happy 2-year.
Yes, cheers. Until next time.
Thank you to all the keepers and all the guests and everybody along the way.
Woo! Bye.
Bye. Oh, good times. We hope you related.
If so, let us feature you. Email us at feedback@keepingitcasualpodcast.com or show you're a keeper on Facebook. Like the Keeping It Casual page and join the group.
Yes, bonus. If you rate and review on Apple Podcasts, you get into our monthly Keeping It Casual swag giveaway. It's the last Wednesday of every month.
More hookups when you share us on your Instagram stories at Keeping It Casual Podcast.
That's right. Find me anywhere socially at MJ Radio Diva.
And I'm everywhere at Bree Mixed, BreeMixed.
Keep it casual.
Bye.
Bye.